Turning our attention to the head, a concerning aspect of this is that there's a part on the mounting face which has been ground by hand, and you can see that there's a swelling. Clearly it's been dropped, and they've just not even smoothed it off, just filed it off. Now clearly that's not happened when it's been assembled, because otherwise this would be damaged, but it's happened prior to being assembled. The run out on the bore isn't too bad. The run out on the face is, and it is in this area. I mean, the finish on the face is pretty grim, and there's some corrosion as well. I'm not going to do anything at the moment because I need to replace my DTI. It's a bit old, and I don't think it's reliable enough to get the accuracy that I'm looking for. Right, so taking the shaft out, no obvious marks on the bearing, but there should be. As with the mill, the grease is dirty and there's lots of metal, very, very fine metal particles in there. So, you know, if you ran that for any length of time, the bearing life would be significantly reduced. It's really dirty. It's like they've been in there for years. I think they just use whatever grease they've got lying around. The difficulty here is checking that this is parallel. It doesn't look, you know, there's some score marks in there, but that's probably just where they've tapped it in. So I'm going to take the bearing outer shells out of the head, and to do that you don't need any specialist equipment. I've got a piece of 3/4 inch or 20mm ply. I've just put a 10mm bolt through, and never throw away little bits of plywood. They're always useful for packing. And I'm just turning that and just pulling it out. Put more packing in as necessary. So this is the yes, this is the main chuck side bearing, and you know there's not much of an undercut there, but it doesn't feel good. It feels rough, and there's a definite step there. What's more concerning is nothing's been deburred. This is absolutely razor sharp, especially the back, which has actually got burrs on it, and this needs to have a radius so that it will sit squarely on that back face, and you cannot guarantee that at the moment. I will keep the bearing halves together so the races are matched. I'm still debating whether to change the bearings. I think I probably will put SKF jobs in, but you know, that's just really bad. It doesn't take 5 minutes. Just even put them in a rumbler. But certainly deburring these and putting them back and making sure that they're parallel and flat will give us the best chance of getting a machine that will run true and properly. Now, I don't think it will make the slightest bit of difference, given the shit way that this thing's assembled, which order these go back in, but it is good practice to put things back as they came out, certainly where bearings are concerned. So, and it's also good practice to make your labelling quite concise. Front faceplate bearing ring, inner, brackets inside housing. Because these jobs inevitably take much longer than you think, and when you come to pick these bits up in several months' time, sometimes you can't remember where the hell things go. And so this all helps, making sure you got clear labelled stuff and keep them together. As I say, given the shit way that this is assembled, I doubt it'll make any difference, but there you go. So now to the other side, give it a quick squirt of WD-40 or 3-in-1 or something, just to penetrate and lubricate that. And then this goes in there, and that bit goes on the top, like so. I'm only using these spacers because I don't have a big enough bolt. If you've got a piece of threaded bar, you can just put something, a big chunk under there, but as I wind it in, I just have to have more packing.